my viewers, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I welcome you to another disturbing video where two black men found themselves laughing along with the Pamkalaman's art to the cis jokes about black women. Now, the conversation captured on a podcast reveals a disturbing dynamic where the Pamkalaman feels comfortable making derogatory comments about black women, and these black brothers present fail to challenge him. Now, the Pamkalaman's jokes rely on tired stereotypes, implying that black women are stressful to date and prone to violence. Yet, instead of calling them out, these black men chuckle and nod along, even going as far as to scratch their heads when asked their own dating preferences. Now, this reaction is not only disappointing but also dangerous. By laughing at jokes that demean and dehumanize black women, these men are perpetrating a culture of misogyny and articism. They are, in effect, giving permission for others to do the same. Now, in this video, we will explore the reactions of others who have witnessed this exchange. We will hear from those who are outraged, disappointed, and heartbroken by the lack of solidarity shown by these black men. So with that said, let's get into the videos. I will be right back.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This is
you don't know about
glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up.
I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a beard
because
there's more cushion when they get slapped the front.
That's hilarious.
I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Yeah. that means white. No.
Translation.
We love them all.
That's roiling.
What is Kamala Harris's plan to get the podcast mics away from men? Like, I need their mics stripped immediately. And while she's at it, she can take J-Lo's mic too. Admittedly, I had never watched James and Fuhad's podcast because, again, it is still a man with a podcast mic. But I would see clips of them here and there whenever they would show up on my For You page, and they seemed like smart, level-headed men. So to see them participate in this buffoonery of laughing at a man who is disrespecting black women, disappointed but not surprised. Grandma not mad. She just heard. Then I looked up Mustache Man with the horse teeth because I had no idea who he was, and I saw that he said that it would be a disservice to Beyonce to compare her to Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift is in another galaxy. And that told me everything that I needed. To hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. The delusion runs deep with this one. Possibly even deeper than J-Lo. Like, it's just interesting to me. Like, why is it that y'all can never seem to have a conversation that doesn't somehow involve black women? Like, I get it, right? We live in your heads rent free. And if I were anything other than a black woman would live in my head rent free also. But like, just say that, right? Like, be who you are, speak your truth. Shitting on black women is tired. It's boring. Next topic, next caller. And to the black women that are fans of James and Fuhad, when they get on here in a few days with their apology, we should have done better in this situation, we'll do better, blah, blah, blah. Fear the apology will only be because they are receiving backlash. They had the perfect opportunity to stand up for black women and they did not do it. So because they did not stand up, you stand up. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. So when they get on here with apology, tell them to call it a J-Lo concert ticket because you are not buying it. Peace and love.
So podcasters James and Fuad are under flack right now because they went to Atlanta to be on the Poor Minds podcast, and all of a sudden when they were in there, they didn't see no baddies. They said they hadn't seen none the whole time, but they were there. James said he didn't see any, and everybody from Atlanta, black women in general, are in an uproar. And I feel like this lesson keeps coming up and we keep failing it. So I'm gonna spell it out so we get it. As a man, you voicing your opinion on what you like and don't like, what you deem bad and what you don't deem bad, is not a right that women think that you should have. And from a man's point of view, it's just not a smart decision unless you just don't care about backlash. Like, if you cool with hearing a bunch of stuff back, by all means go off. This is doubly so when you have a level of fame and a lot of dudes are the types of people who listen to your content or watch your content, right? Like, to them, to women, you have a moral responsibility to claim that everybody's beautiful and kind of push along their beauty standards, which to a degree I understand because you don't want nobody to feel ostracized. But at the same time, as a man, you should really just keep your preferences to yourself according to how the internet views it. Now, from my standpoint, I say don't say anything, just move. Meaning, like, if you like a certain type of chick, you don't have to date that type of chick you don't like. Just date the chicks you like. Have the chicks you like around you. Dwell with the girl that you like, whatever it is. That way, all they can do is make speculations like, oh, he don't like this type of chick. All right, cool, but he never came out and said that, so all it is you assuming, or you trying to put evidence together and coming up with a case, and that's a lot of work that a lot of people don't really feel like doing or care enough about. Prime example, that whole Chris Brown fiasco where he kicked all the dark-skinned girls out of his circle when he was at the club and had only light-skinned girls in there, literally implied what kind of woman he likes. But he never came out and said he only like light-skinned. All his baby mamas are light-skinned. But he ain't never come out and say he only like light-skinned girls. And guess what? Guess who's spending $1,100 to take pictures with him? Women. Stop telling all your feelings on these podcast mics and then being upset when it comes back to haunt you. And as a man in general, give good PR, political answers to these crazy questions and just move according to how you really feel. It's that simple, bro.
Now, while this man gets paid to be a clown, you two don't. This man seen two black men and wanted to do a test to see how much y'all stand on business, and guess what? Y'all fell miserably. He made it clear how much he didn't like black women. Y'all sat there and between two black men, there wasn't one brain cell. Ladies, when these ignoramuses come up with an excuse and an apology, please keep them canceled. When these two pieces of fungus try to come up so they can get your black dollars some more, please keep them canceled. The fact that this man showed nothing but microaggression towards black women and sat here and put it on the table already, before it left his mouth, he already knew what he was about to goat these two ignorant asses into. He already knew what he was about to rope these dumb asses into. He said, do you like black women or white women? And he already knew that anti-black behavior was about to come out, because the moment he said it, all you seen was, started twitching. He knew he just had to put it on the floor and y'all two was going to act the monkey with it. If he left that shit on the road, you two ignorant dragged it down the street. Now, while I could look into your eyes and realize that y'all realized it was wrong, you could see it in their eyes that they knew that shit was wrong. But they knew they had to appease this man, so they shucked and jived on that show. Two British black men, of course. As a closing, keep black women out of your mouth.
Now, before I share my 2 cents on this, I would just like to share this article I found. It's really an interesting article, and it reads, there is a black man who listens to R to the cis jokes. He laughs at jokes about black people being lazy, ugly, and unintelligent. He enjoys jokes about black women as perpetually pregnant parasites chasing welfare checks. He laughs at jokes that portray black men as S-obsessed criminals. This man laughs at jokes about violence against black women, men, and children, and he laughs at jokes about palm color people. This black man exists. I know he exists because many palm color people tell me he exists. I tell them that jokes that stereotype and dehumanize black people are not funny. They tell me about the black man who listens to and laughs at R to the cis jokes. How offensive could the joke be if a black man offers his approval? Now, this takes us back to this video right here. Now, the podcast conversation where these two black men laughed along with the palm color man's R to the cis jokes about black women is a stark reminder of the internalized misogyny and articism that still plagues our community. It's really heartbreaking to see black men who have historically been marginalized and oppressed perpetuate the same harmful stereotypes and jokes that have been used to demean and dehumanize black women. Now, this self-deprecation is not only damaging to black women, but also to the black community as a whole. By laughing at these jokes, these men are giving permission for others to do the same. They're enforcing the notion that black women are inferior, stressful, and violent. They're perpetuating a culture of misogyny and articism. Now, this behavior is a result of internalized oppression, where individuals from marginalized groups adopt the negative beliefs and attitudes of the dominant group. It's a coping mechanism that can provide temporary relief, but ultimately perpetuates harm. Now, while these palm color man's jokes were undoubtedly reprehensible, I feel the laughter of our black brothers were equally disturbing. By failing to speak out against these jokes, they became complicit in perpetuating articism. I feel a simple "I don't find that funny" would have been a powerful statement, a declaration that articism will not be tolerated. Instead, their laughter and silence condoned the palm color man's behavior, validating the harmful stereotypes he peddled. Now, this complicity is a betrayal of our shared experiences as black people. It's a failure to recognize the struggles of black women who face both articism and sexism. It's a refusal to acknowledge the harm caused by these jokes, harm that extends far beyond the podcast studio. By laughing along, Our black brothers reinforced the notion that black women are fair game for ridicule and mockery. They predicted a culture of misogyny and articism that has real-world consequences, from street harassment to systemic inequality. We must hold ourselves accountable for our actions, especially when they harm our own community. I feel people must recognize that articism is not just a palm color problem, but a societal issue that requires collective action. Now, to our black brothers, I urge you to speak out against articism, even when it's uncomfortable. Challenge harmful stereotypes, even when they are cloaked in humor. Remember that your silence is not neutral, but it's complicity. Now, the angry black woman stereotype has penetrated many parts of American culture. This pervasive stereotype not only characterizes black women as more hostile, aggressive, overbearing, illogical, ill-tempered, and bitter, but may also be holding them back from a lot of things. Now, relationships have a way of changing you. While some may say for the worst due to wrongdoing of some kind or simply growing apart, others would say for the better. Now, having a girlfriend or boyfriend has the power to make a person come out of their shell to become their better self and shine from the inside out. Now, a person may change the way they interact with others, the way they dress and carry themselves. Now, a TikTok trend called the Black Girlfriend Effect proves this theory true. While also incorporating race when searched online, the phrase garners thousands, if not more, videos of interracial couples before and after they started dating. Women are known to improve everything around them, from their surroundings to their partners. Now, this isn't every case, but women are more inclined to nature, which goes beyond friendly and familiar relationships. Now, this quality extends to romantic relationships as well. And those women who decide to embrace this characteristic will come the responsibility of helping their boyfriends achieve. They help them to achieve not only better images of themselves, but their goals. A good girlfriend is a gem that should be appreciated and celebrated because they have the power to change lives if invested. Now, what is this Black Girlfriend Effect? According to this article, it says, add to the girlfriend status that she's a black girl and you have some grade A compassion and encouragement. It's in our nature to uplift one another as black women, and for many of our romantic relationships, this level of love and admiration is amplified. The bettering of a boyfriend is almost inevitable when they enter a relationship. TikTok has proven that this bettering is exponential amongst black girlfriend and palm color boyfriend interracial relationships. Black girlfriends and wives are posting photos and videos of themselves with their palm color boyfriends. Now, the videos contain visuals from before they started dating or got serious and after they started dating or got serious. Befores included bare or unshaven faces, lacked jewelry and clothing that was traditional to the boyfriend's culture or surroundings. Now, the afters included perfectly aged hairlines, buzz cuts and glossy curls, gold chains, cultural athleisure, and a strong sense of confidence. Now, almost all of the videos are celebratory, documenting growth of comfort within their relationships and the embrace of one another's personalities and cultures. And still, somehow, there's an underbelly of being the cool black girl for having this effect on a palm color or non-black partner. Now, coming back to the video, do you feel our brothers were right to be laughing at these palm color man's jokes, all in the name of the Black Girlfriend Effect? Share your thoughts, your views, your contributions as well in the comment section, and let's have a conversation. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video as I bring you another interesting video.